Oh, Great Spirit. Well, I find it interesting after returning with the Oracle deck for my beloved fire family and retrieving the deck and was in the magic of that ceremony coming all the way through. Yes, I had my challenges with spending the night with Hoopsie, but all that wisdom comes shooting through, so to speak. And we had made it through the night, and we go on the next portion of the journey to Joshua Tree. Oh, and the allowing and acceptance there, and making it back to the beautiful little studio apartment. Well, for one, I'll share with you that whatever the energy is that was happening along this little space here has seemed to dissipate since we got back, and Rashini and I have gotten back onto the little obstacle course, you could say, that we go through every morning here. What I find interesting is the pressure in my lower back, in my thumbs and hands. In general, there was even a couple times where my hands seized up. Morning. Where my hands seized up. One of my legs, which one was it? It was my left foot and my right, like, hip area, and then yesterday, the right above my left knee. Oh my gosh, I ended up getting into the salt bath. Poured a bath last night and got all of that to swoosh. So, of course, then there was the back of the neck. Oh, I thought my neck was gonna seize up. So that has really, really eased since grounding the energy. It's either Saturday or Sunday, I don't recall. And that has really, really eased up. And speaking my voice, that was Saturday because I introduced the deck. And so I just find that quite interesting. And then this morning, yesterday, I was like, oh, I had so much clarity around the topic, and even had this beautiful healing moment with my a gratitude song around mom, and the reason that we expand the boundaries and break the chains. Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. If I really wanted to go on a personal note, that was the space that I was going to move into for ceremony and share. And then I was like, no, let's not make this personal. And that would have been way too much music, I think, for the morning fire. And yes, it would have taken many of us to some pretty intense places. But I have been in Shavasana several times. Every time I go to flip through the Oracle deck, the trial run one. The other ones I've not been playing with too much. They've stayed in their cellophane, the ones that I've got sitting on my altar, except for the one deck that they had opened. And I know, let's see, it was either Saturday or Sunday, I started flipping through that one, and it had me in Shavasana twice. Not to mention the tears of gratitude and joy for this space of allowing. You know, that was one thing for myself, and I can only speak for myself right now. So allowing for whatever to come, I mean, that inclination to pick up that first thing of paint because I wanted something to kind of entertain me besides, while I was in that hotel room, besides my phone. I couldn't take a whole lot of walks. I was getting triggered a lot. And being in the city, it was a huge change for me, going from living out in the wide open spaces and the open road to living in a hotel room in the middle of a city, which I usually try to avoid the cities. I go in, I do what I need to do, and get out. So it was a huge change for me, but just allowing myself to start drawing what I was feeling and listening and us working all those themes. Who knew? I had no clue what all of that was getting ready to move into, and then being so supported by the family, and we could do this with the drawings, we could do that with the drawings. It just began unfolding, and that came from that space of allowing for the change to take place, even though there were many times I was resisting it. Even though there were many times I didn't want to look at the mirrors, but yet there was this part of me that wanted to look in the mirrors. And so when we allow ourselves, and this was a quote I saw yesterday, when we allow ourselves to be the joy that is within us, to do and be what brings us joy, that's where the change begins. It's not, I think and I'm not paraphrasing it correctly, but it says something along the lines of, instead of acting on what the world needs, what you think it needs, allow yourself to be your own joy, to do what brings you joy, and that will bring out your gift, and what will change not only your world, but the world around you. So it's coming from that space of the heart where you are claiming your power and being your own joy and doing what brings you so much joy. Is that not what the non-human animals do? They follow their intuition and allow and accept as much joy. I mean, look at this little squirt. Accept as much joy as they can, just doing what they enjoy doing, what they were created to be, instead of, how can I change the world? That comes from a space of anxiety, of frustration, of anger, of those kinds of things. Now, yes, sometimes anger can definitely bring us to what will bring us joy and what will change the world. All of the emotions are extremely relative, are extremely important. I believe that was even one of our topics. But so for me this morning, I've been in this space, and yes, I had some anxiety, but I was like, I'm doing what I love to do, taking a road trip and picking up a gift and supporting a nonprofit and supporting the family. And one of the sisters says, claiming your what you've done, this, and what you've created. Well, yes, I was the hands and feet, and yes, I've been kind of nudging this along as with the ceremonial pieces, and bringing us all together. Rashini, hut, 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 hut. Okay. My apologies. I was distracted.
Okay.
Rashini. Oh, Rashini, come. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being nice, sweetie. My apologies, Chief. Stay right here. So, that's what brought me joy. And who knew what it was getting ready to be creating, and whether, these oracle cards, or, it does all this stuff. Who knows? I'm letting go of the outcome. But for me, right here, right now, having them manifest and supporting the natives as those 25 tribes there in California, that's good. That's good. For me, it's a win. It's a win-win-win. And what comes from it, it'll be what it'll be. And that's between the family and spirit and all of that. I'm so grateful to hand it over, and I'm knowing that here very shortly it will be fully handed over and others can take it from here. But then the other thing that I found myself, I allowed myself to open up fully this morning to facilitate ceremony and to not get into the discordant energies. I don't know how else to put it. Sometimes even the best of us get a little sidetracked, you could say. We go into the other spaces, we go into other dimensions, and I never believed it before that there were these dark energies, However, I've come to learn that it is true. I think I've shared this before. Where did he go? And so I felt it this morning, and got off the ceremony. The ceremony was complete. We closed the directions, and this energy snagged me. Now, I'm not saying that I am immune to it. None of us are immune to it. And I am not saying that it was a learning experience. It's a learning experience. And so these insecurities popped up. This sadness popped up. This, oh my God, have I been doing something wrong? What's going on here? Energy pops up. And I'm going, wow, I haven't felt that in a while. and been in this place of peace. And um, and then, whoa, it was like hitting a spot, a bottom. And like, whoa, that's coming up. What's going on here? And so I really, really, really wanted to hear my mom, but I couldn't get to that space. So I called on a beloved sister and said, will you be the voice of my mom right now? I need a voice outside of my head to set me straight again. And I recognized it right away. She's like, sure. And she listened to me. But as I was speaking, I was redirecting myself. So yes, the mom energy came through. And I'm like, okay, yes, that's just that insecure little girl. Boom, 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 boom. Whoa, she's come up again. Da, 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 da. And thank you for being here. And we come down here to the river, and it was like, oh, I had my aha moment. Now, I'm not saying that this sister is a bad heart or a bad person in any way, shape, or form. She is part of the divine. And many times there are those of us that carry those energies and we don't even realize we're carrying them. A brother had shared that. And so, that's why we recenter and we cleanse our energy and we breathe and we invoke the divine, and there's many different ways that we can do this. And I'm not saying that any of them are right or wrong. However, for myself, it was that clarity going, I recall the very instant that it began. And it was something that was said and shared where it was placing an energy towards me that is not mine. It definitely not mine. And where I had taken and so I'm not saying that, and I accepted it. There was something within me that was like, now, I had not closed up my energy field from the ceremony space prior to these words, prior to this energy being directed towards me. That's my responsibility. Has nothing to do with anybody out there. And this is a big piece of what I personally have been learning, is to feel the energies, but not accept them as within my field if they do not resonate with me. So it is my own responsibility to discern the space that I'm in, discern the energies that I choose to allow into my field that resonate with me, and to send the other energies back from whence they came. And to do so with love, peace, and dignity. So, thank you, Spirit, for that beautiful lesson these past hours. And yeah, excuse me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to turn off that craziness in the head, those thoughts, those conspiracies, those whatever you want to call that BS. Yeah. To just, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. I'm talking in circles. This is definitely a journal ramble. Rashini and I have been getting slowly. We did a full speed or attempted to do a full speed, a gentle full speed on Saturday, a gentle yesterday, and today is just we're kind of going through the motions type of thing. I'm getting them out here doing our thing, kind of setting the tone, but we have an appointment to go to, so we can't do the full speed ahead and the neoprene and getting in the river and the whole 9 yards. We are doing the obstacle course, so to speak, but just walking through it and allowing him to be himself for a little while and kind of get this energy out and grounding with the Mother Earth. Oh, yes. But yeah, the little body quirks and changes and so forth. So that was a big energy acceptance, you could say. These past, oh gosh, dizzy spell. It's there's a lot of powerful geometry in the planetary alignments right now. 3-Eye Atlas is really making its closest approach to Mother Earth. The sun is responding and Mother Earth is responding. There's a lot of changes taking place, a lot of geomagnetic storms. We are in it, family. We are in it. And yeah. So weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. And that's all of us. Hey, hey. Okay, we got some dogs coming up. Time to go.